All right, y'all, let's have some fun. So we got the news earlier in the week. Man, it made me so happy. It made me so happy when I saw that Jon Stewart is coming back to The Daily Show. He's only doing it one day a week. He's doing it on Mondays, but I'll take it. It's better than nothing. I miss that guy since he's been off The Daily Show since 2015. His Apple show was good, but The Daily Show is his baby, and it was sorely lacking without him. So we talked a little bit about that, but I got another thing that I would be super excited for if it ever happened, which it won't, but a boy can dream. So Stephen A. Smith, who, by the way, has now, started his own podcast, and he's got his own YouTube channel, and so he's trying to do his own independent media thing at the same time he does First Take. This is a guy who's been a staple of, sport debate TV since God only knows when, the early 2000s, I guess. Well, he went on Howard Stern's show, and he said something which I would pay colossal amounts of money to see. Watch this.
Would you ever run for office?
Hell no. Hell no.
You know why?
No.
You're making a lot of money.
That's right. Right there.
Doing your thing.
Stop right there. If it wasn't, listen, I'm not going to give up. Listen, I'm on Howard Stern show, man. Let me be very candid. I'm not giving up my quality of life to earn $400,000 a year and be stressed every day.
Exactly.
Okay, let me just say, that is sort of refreshingly honest, right? So to him, he's like, man, the president only makes $400,000? Fuck that. That's like a week of Stephen A. Smith's pay. Maybe I'm overstating it a little bit. But you get the point. He makes millions and millions and millions of dollars. And so they had a little bit of refreshing honesty. Now, politically, we'll get to his politics in just a second, but let me play this out for the rest of the time.
Okay, so
that's right.
It's that simple to me. Can I confess to you, though? I will. People going to call me crazy. Obviously, I have my show First Take on ESPN every weekday morning, right?
Yes.
It's a debate show. I would love to be in a presidential debate.
I think you do great.
Oh, my. No, I'd eat him alive.
Yeah, but you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't run for the presidency, but I'd debate Trump any day of the week. Any day of the week. Name the time and place, and I'd show up.
That would make my life. If Stephen A. Smith debated Donald Trump, that would make my life. It would be the greatest thing that's ever been on TV in human history. It'd be the greatest thing ever. And all of you would agree. And look, I'll go out on a limb and say it here. Very few people could go toe-to-toe with Trump in the sense that he's got the sort of bravado and gravitas and charisma. It's a unique kind of charisma, right? He's not like the most eloquent or well-spoken, but he's got a presence about him. And in those debates, he usually did a really great job. And he's actually got some semblance of comedic timing, which is surprising, but he does. I think he handled himself well in the debates. He hasn't debated this time around, which, by the way, should be illegal, but that's a whole separate conversation. But I would put my money on Stephen A. Smith beating Donald Trump in a debate. I absolutely would do that. Because this man debates every single day, like 5 days a week, and he probably debates multiple times per show all these different topics. There's some phenomenal compilations out there. And the other thing is, to the extent that Donald Trump has this ace up his sleeve, which is that he doesn't give a fuck about how anybody responds or how anybody sees him, Stephen A. Smith has that exact same quality. And by the way, he happens to be way more intelligent than Trump. And I think even more charismatic. He's even more charismatic. So look, just for the memes, can we make this happen? Just for the memes, can we make this happen? By the way, there was one other political thing that came out about him. This is in The Hill. ESPN personality Stephen A. Smith called out Democrats for relying on an aging President Biden to run against former President Trump. Quote, It is an absolute disgrace on the part of the Democratic Party, Smith said. So he's like, why the hell are you running Joe Biden? If Donald Trump is this existential threat, which he is, why would you not run somebody better than Joe Biden? Guys, it's true. It's true. If you put any other Republican up against Biden, it is guaranteed that the other Republican wins. If it was DeSantis, if it was Nikki Haley, no doubt that they were to win. And vice versa. If you had a non-Biden candidate up against Trump, it's a virtual guarantee that the Democrat wins. Why do I say that? They poll these things. They poll like generic Democrat versus Trump or generic Republican versus Biden. And every time it's like double digits that Trump would lose in that scenario and Biden would lose in that scenario, respectively. So he's right. He's right about that. And having said that, Biden's winning the election. He's winning the primary. He just won as a write-in candidate in New Hampshire. He wasn't even on the freaking ballot, and he ended up winning. after he put his middle finger up to the entire state of New Hampshire and kicked them off from the first place with the DNC. So it just, as much as normie America is like, I don't want this, the people who are actually doing the voting are like, no, we do want that. And my guess is it's because of negative polarization. It's just the people who are voting for Biden are just like, I hate Trump so much, that's why I'm going to go for Biden. And the people who hate Biden are like, or the people who support Trump are like, I hate Biden so much. You know, I hate the Democrats. Trump triggers the liberals. But again, just to get back to the main point here, for the love of God, can we make this happen? Can we make Stephen A. Smith versus Donald Trump be a thing? I would pay so much money to watch that, and you would too. And I would cover every single second of the debate, and it would make my life. Even if it's just for the memes, can we see it? But look, the fact of the matter is, Donald Trump would not give Stephen A. Smith the time of day for a debate. Because, number one, he knows Stephen A. Smith is a beast, and number two, he's going to be the nominee for the Republican Party, and he would view that, oh, this is beneath me. It's beneath me to debate some sort of ESPN personality. Trump thinks it's beneath him to debate the other Republican candidates who are running for office. He said, I'm not going to debate DeSantis or Nikki Haley or Chris Christie or any of the other goofballs who were in there, like Asa Hutchinson, who I don't even know if he said a word the entire time he campaigned, or Doug Burgum, eyebrows man. He said, I'm not even going to debate them. So, of course, he wouldn't debate Stephen A. Smith, but I don't know. A boy can dream. A boy can dream. For the love of God, can we somehow make this happen? And, oh, final point. I said I would bring up Stephen A. Smith's politics. Look, don't get it twisted. My love of Stephen A. Smith is almost purely driven by his incredible charisma. Because his politics are, I would say he is the most pure example in human history of the enlightened centrist, right? Overall, he probably leans a little more to the left. He certainly is more of a believer in the Democratic Party than the Republican Party, although he has his critiques of both and a decent amount of critiques for the Democratic Party. But he truly is the epitome, the embodiment of the enlightened centrist, where I've heard him talk about on his show, like, I'm right-wing on some issues, I'm left-wing on other issues. You know, and talk about the border, I feel we need a strong border, we need this, we need that. And so him and I definitely don't share a political ideology, but I just share a love of the charisma and the balls to debate anybody and punch above his weight. I love that. I want to see it. Let's make it happen somehow. All right, guys, that's the show. Love y'all very much. You know the drill. Do me a favor. Please click like. Please click subscribe. Click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a video drops. And thank you to everybody who supports the show on Patreon. That link's below if you'd like to donate $2 a month or $5 a month to keep us going. Or you could tip on YouTube with the thanks button, or you could sign up for Crystal Kyle and Friends. That's below as well. And that's all I got for you guys, man. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.